Hey everyone, stick with us versus herd. If it's your first time here, you like the content, hit subscribe. If you want to get notifications when we go live or post videos, tap the bell. And if you want to join the UVH fam, our community, links are below in the description to our Discord, along with our free options trading group on Facebook. If you're here right now, say what up. Yo, Jeff, what's going on? How we doing? Mateus, how you doing? Good morning. Happy Monday. Well, I guess it depends if you're long or short, right? Market right now. Morning, David. Market right now is reacting to just. I think it's just reacting to potential fear. Nothing's really happened yet. Hey, Guy. Good morning. Aaron. Morning. Lion. Morning. Right now, S&Ps are down 17, Dow's down 176, NASDAQ down 59. Rob, what's going on? If you're here right now, say what up. So last night we did drop. It looked like it was trying to fill this gap up here, but then we took a tumble. We took a tumble again overnight, and it started to recover as well. So right now, I think it's a coin flip. Kelly, how you doing? Aaron, I have a bunch of 300, 315 calls in Apple. Oof. Daniel, Nando, how you doing? Luis. Yeah, we have Bed Bath & Beyond earnings this week. Walgreens earnings this week. Constellation, all Wednesday. Green Man, morning. So yeah, this week and next week, earnings season's about to gear up. So the good news that I like, the one thing that I like about earnings season is that it takes the media's attention off of other things. Like, I don't think, things with Iran obviously are not good, but there's no declaration of war. There's no, we're not bombing the crap out of them or anything like that yet. So, Billy, what's going on? So, that being said, the market's just reacting to prepare for something worse. But, in my mind, I think it's a buy the dip opportunity. I think in my mind, it's a buy the dip opportunity. Boris, you're going to watch for good entry today on BBBY. KTOS. Kratos. Yeah, that's pumping. All the defense stocks are pumping, but I have a feeling that, like, if the rhetoric really dies down, these stocks are going to get crushed. Also, we have the Phase 1 China deal signing on the 15th, so next Wednesday. Chinese delegates are coming from the 13th through the 16th. They're going to be here Wednesday, so it's going to be interesting. Lockheed Martin. I was looking for an entry in here, but they've already kind of gapped up already. So I don't know. I was looking for some pullback, but it's just moving too quick. IV's going through the roof here, But the main stock that I'm pretty much watching right now is Boeing. I'm looking for Boeing to maybe come down to like 325, 324. I don't know if it will. It is a defense heavy stock, so just be aware of Boeing that they did have news. Boeing did have news about the, what was the news? It was let me see if I can pull it up here. Boeing 737 MAX jet may face more issues before the grounded jet can return to service. Wall Street Journal said the Federal Aviation Administration may mandate more training for 737 MAX pilots. New York Times report saying an internal audit uncovered issues with electronic wiring that controls the jet's tail. Additionally, the journal reports Boeing is considering raising new debt to bolster finances which have been strained by 737 MAX grounding. So, that's that. But I think that, honestly, I think that that's kind of baked in. I don't know what you guys think about Boeing. Do you guys think that news is kind of baked in, or, you know, Roku's chilling. Roku's chilling at 135 right now. I do like Roku here at 135 as well. I have traded a few times from 135 to 140, so it's a good range. I like to get in around like 135, 133 area on Roku. But if you're going to be trading Roku, you want to be closer to in the money, because it does like this area. It will stay here. As you can see, it's been in this area for 1, 2, 3 days, unless you did buy the bottom here. But it's been between 133 and 137. You know, you really have to sell those pops, because for it to get to 140 is tough. Tobin, what's going on? Hope that's your lucky hat. I don't believe in luck. Gold is ripping. You know, we got GLD up pretty good. If you're trading the leveraged miners, if you're trading these guys, this guy is up. You know, it did fall pretty hard on Friday. Came to the negative, but now it's up. If you're trading Nugget as well, that's ramping up pretty good. You know, I don't trade a lot of gold, oil, or precious metals or anything like that. But I'm always watching. I'm always watching. I mean, I'll go in small a few times a year, but for some reason, like gold, like precious metals and oil, it doesn't really excite me a whole lot to trade, you know. And I'm not seeing any Roku news either. Where's Roku news? Let's see if we can get. Let's see if StockBot knows what's up with Roku. Warren doesn't get excited about gold either. I don't know. I just like when I am trading or investing, I have a lot more fun trading companies that I'm engaged in versus like precious metals. And I mean, to each their own. Like, there's some traders that only trade like oil futures and corn futures and soybean futures and stuff like that. There's an orange juice futures, and you know, there's people that exclusive, and if that's your edge, that's your edge. But like my edge, I like to trade and invest in stocks that I'm knowledgeable about. Roku TV has 15 more brand partners. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, Roku TV momentum grows with new licensee brands. There we go. So they're increasing their licensing. Oh, Billy's batting 100 on the Discord rate. Yeah, you can ask, if you guys don't know, you guys can ask the StockBot. You just type in !news and type in any ticker that you want, and it'll actually bring in that news for you. You know, nice, quick, easy way instead of like Googling. Yeah, but Billy's all over it this morning. He's ready to make some money today. He's ready. You know, I think, you know, my opinion, I don't know what you guys think. Are you guys thinking that we're going to sell off for a longer period of time? If we're looking at SPY right now, it's at 320. You know, even though we've sold off the last couple days, I mean, it hasn't done anything to the overall run. You know what I mean? And it's also kind of interesting that I was thinking about this before the live stream. I was thinking about this, that we bombed them right after the first of the year. Donald let let 2019 close, maybe because he was nervous of another major sell-off going into, like, you know, triggering another December sell-off like it was in 2018. But you know, he waited till we closed, and then he went in. If you guys could do me a favor, hit the like button. I'd really appreciate it. So, We see Lion up in here getting the stock bot going. Spy will probably hit 318, 319 this morning, then bounce. He's been quiet. Also that they're going to be voting on the Senate is going to be working on. Let's see here. The Senate is going to be voting or starting to vote on in the impeachment. We do have some reports this week. We have some Fed people though. You don't really care about Thursday though. I mean, there's some people from the Fed talking, but you have to be aware. Friday is very, very heavy on the reports. Friday we're going to be having the unemployment rate, non-farm payrolls, wholesale inventories for December. So those are the December numbers. We got the market services PMI today. Tomorrow we got trade deficit, manufacturing index, and factory orders, and then we got ADP employment. So just be aware this week is going to be a heavy, not only news week but report week. And then if you're looking at here, we do have, we have some earnings this week, but it really ramps up next week. We got all the banks, and then the third week in January, I guess it's kind of like the fourth week. I don't know how you, third or fourth week, whatever. Then we start getting into the heavy hitters with Netflix, McDonald's, Snap, Tesla, Amazon, Apple, Boeing. So what I'll be looking at, what I'm going to be looking at, one of the things that I'll be looking at in this week and next week, depending on how much we sell off here, I'm going to be looking to buy the dip on some of these and I'm going to try to run these up before earnings. Because if there's any sell off, like I think like Netflix and McDonald's, Microsoft, Amazon. I don't know about Twitter. The thing about the thing about Twitter that I don't like about Twitter right now is Jack Dorsey. He's going to Africa, and they also banned political ads. Facebook did not ban political ads, and if you think about it, I mean, it's good for the platform, I think, not to have all that noise. But I mean, in terms of the market and money and Wall Street, and what we care about is we care that Twitter makes money, right, for it to go up or whatever. And if they're not making money from one of the most important seasons, and all that money is going into Facebook, it's gonna have an impact. If they're saying no to political ads, I mean, it's gonna have a negative impact on their bottom line, and all those ad dollars are gonna go into Facebook. Which I guess that gives us an opportunity, if you think about it, to push some money into Facebook. I mean, Facebook, I'm looking for it to push like the 210 area. So, but the good news is we're gonna have a lot of opportunity coming up on here. Facebook, I'm looking at it to really push this 210 area. What's that this morning here? It's at 207. So Facebook. They don't have earnings. They don't have earnings this month, but they have earnings on. They got earnings January. Oh, they do January 29th. I missed it. I missed the logo on there. It's on. It's on here. I just didn't see it. Facebook's down here. So I think that might give us an opportunity. Twitter, I think Twitter's gonna have some problems though. It's been struggling. I mean, last quarter got decimated, and I don't think it's going to fill this gap, honestly. They banned political ads. They're going to be making less money. Jack Dorsey's going to Africa. I like the platform. I use Twitter every day. It's actually, I agree with you, Rob. Like, it's my main source to get quick trending news, information. Also, like Twitter is really engaged. If you talk about finances or any stocks on Twitter, people are really engaged. It's a really engaging platform, but that doesn't really matter for you can't let that mindset influence the stock, because they're not going to be making money. This stock at, let's go back. I don't really remember what exactly it IPO'd, but I mean, it IPO'd at what, like 30 or 25, ripped up to 50, all up to 74, and never seen that again. So this was back in 2012, 2013. So it ripped up in here, never came back. Never came back. I mean, it hit as low as 13, ramped up to 47, which was good, but I mean, I think Twitter is going to have a problem. They need to make money. I don't know why they would. I mean, I get why they would ban the political ads. It creates a good user experience, but it also doesn't give them any money. So, hate Mark Zuckerberg or whatever, and like Jack Dorsey, but Mark Zuckerberg is probably the better businessman, while Jack Dorsey is he thinks more about people. So that's the difference. He just knows it's not going anywhere. It's like long term. Yeah, I mean, I don't think Twitter's going anywhere, but I mean, I don't want to see Twitter go down to a penny stock. Another stock that I like right now is BYND right here at the 73, 75 level. When it hits 73, it gets bought up pretty quick, very frequently. It's been chilling down here, consolidating. I mean, it has been, but every time it hits, like the last few weeks here, hits the 73 area, bounces up to 75, 73 up to 75, up to almost 80, came back down here, down to 73, back up to 77. So I'm watching this 73 level right now on BYND. What I'm trying to do, I've said it on a lot of my videos, is just be precise, be slow, be patient, wait for the trades to come to you. I know when the market is moving fast, like you want to just jump into a bunch of trades, deploy your capital, like you get excited that there's a lot of opportunities, but that may not be the best decision. I find that it's easier to make money when you're patient and when you pick your targets precisely. Set some alerts. Like I could right now just say, hey, when set an alert right now. Buy the dip on BYND 73.50. If it drops at 73.50 or below. So I've been trying to set more alerts to kind of trigger me while I'm planning these trades, looking at them, Boeing, other trades, and then I also set alerts like. And also, what also has been helping me is setting alerts when I put a trade on and I leave the desk. Like sometimes it's not in your best interest to just be sitting at the desk while you have a trade on because you're kind of overthinking it. Sometimes it's best have an exit and entry strategy, set your alerts, and walk away, close it down. I know it's difficult. We want to watch the market all day, but it's not in your best interest to do that. SPY's moving. Yes, right now. I want to see what happens here. I want to see what happens here at 320. If it revisits this at open, it'll be really interesting. If you're here right now, say what up. A lot of people, if you haven't yet subscribed to this new Options Trading Live channel, hit the subscribe button. Appreciate you guys. This channel actually turned around a lot faster than I thought it was going to be. So I split the live stream off from our live channel because I wanted to make more content. And when I did that, I was like 3 people watching. Yo, Kevin, what's going on? It was like, most people's common sense would be like, why would you go from almost 9,000 subscribers and start back at 0? You know what I mean? And even though we only have 2,200 subscribers, I mean, on this new channel, you guys are really engaged. I appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in, really. Trevor, what's going on? Good morning. Yeah, SPY's moving back down. ES moving down. We'll see what happens. Let's see what's going on with gold. Let's see here. Gold. If Matthew's here, Matthew, you here? You're still holding your I think you had the 1550 calls, or was it the 1580 calls on /GC? Yo, Jim Brown, what's going on? Technical analysis on Bitcoin Cash, Trevor. You know, I don't trade that much Bitcoin. I don't trade that much crypto. Health and wealth, let's go. Right, so you got the 1550. Are you gonna sell anytime soon? I mean, this gap up. I mean, it could fade back down to like 1562. I mean, you're probably loaded right now. What did you say you bought, Matthew? You said you bought the 1515 call for what, $300? What is it worth right now? Yo, Enrique, buenos dias. First wealth is health. Actually, if you have your health, you're technically probably the richest person in the world. If you have your health, that's better. Like like Steve Jobs had all the money, but he didn't have the health. I mean, just saying. But Steve Jobs would rather be healthy right now than rich. We won't be able to ask him though. I have 223 SPY put from Friday. Today expiration $1. 223. Yeah, Matthew, I'm thinking that any major rips in the market is going to cause gold to drop possibly 10, 15 points. Yeah, I've seen a lot of the Steve Jobs documentaries. I've also watched the one of the ones that was interesting was the Warren Buffett documentary on HBO. If you haven't seen that yet, I definitely recommend it. It's kind of interesting how a guy like that could go on and lead a company so large. It's at 3,400. Man, you smoked that. You smoked that trade, man. Congrats. Matthew turned $300 into 3,400 trading /GC gold futures. Crypto and gold should be rising as Iran tensions increase. Yeah, oil's what I'm looking at. If you're looking to trade oil, it's kind of at the top of the range here. So it's kind of interesting to me to see what happens, and I also want to see what happens to the oil supply. Our people they've been ramping. Oil's been ramping up because they've been cutting production. Now, not saying there's going to be a war. Oil's dropping right now. Not saying that there's going to be a war or anything, but we gotta see what that does to the market in terms of production. What are they going to do? Obviously, they're going to want to increase production. Otherwise, this potentially could go to like $80 a barrel. $100 a barrel. It's crazy how evil Steve Jobs actually was, but he was innovative. Yeah, I mean, dude was a douchebag. I mean, I don't think. Like, I read his autobiography even, and I think that, yo, Keith, what's going on? I think that I don't think a lot of people had a good things to say to him, other than, I don't know. At the end of the day, I don't think it matters how smart you are. I think you should still be able to treat human beings as human beings. Yeah, I read his autobiography. Like 5 years ago or whatever. Flying back into Chicago this week. Can't wait to be back. Get a trade back home. Kevin, welcome back home. I'm in the suburbs myself. Thankfully, it hasn't been too cold here. Otherwise, it gets a bit dangerous. I can handle the temperatures here above 30 degrees. Below 30 degrees, I wish that, and especially below 20 degrees, I wish I was never here. No war. Iran would be put between a rock and a hard place. So I was talking to Jeff about this, and my buddy was you got to think about it in the terms they want to seek revenge and all this stuff. But if you guys remember what happened in Iraq back in 9/11, if anything happened, we literally bombed Iraq for 3 weeks straight, and then we sent ground troops in, and we got Saddam Hussein in like less than 72 hours. They found him in a hole or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, you have to think about that from like Iran's perspective. Like, do you want to? They may not care about their people, but do they want to? Are they going to want to invoke that kind of pain? Because I mean, I know that they want to attack American soil, and they say a lot of things, but will they really want to? I don't miss Chicago. Lived there till I was 16, moved to the South. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to move, but I mean, I don't know. Have you ever thought about getting into real estate? So, I mean, kind of. I guess what I don't like about real estate is the overhead. You know, it seems like a lot of work to become a landlord. You know, I mean, I do a lot of other things outside of investing, and being a landlord's not really at the top of my head. Did they really put 90 million on Trump's head? I don't know. I did see like Daily Mail and stuff report that, but I didn't see like CNN or any other reputable news outlets report that. So I don't actually know if that was true or not. It could have been fake news. You got to be careful because these news outlets, they just pick up whatever they find on social media and run with it. They don't actually like fact check it. They just look for clicks, you know. That's why you got to be careful about the media. I'm an agent in California, love it. Get a property manager if it's too much overhead work. Yeah, I mean, you could do that too. I got a lot going on, you know. And I mean, I guess you could get a property manager, but I'm kind of cheap. All right, let's see. We got 3 minutes to open. Let's see what it do. S&P's dropping. Netflix, I'm also looking at here. Netflix has dropped down to 320s. I'm looking for like 315, 310 area. For sure, it can be pricey. Yeah. I mean, some people really enjoy it, but for me, like, I'm not really like a handyman or anything like that. Like, I'd have to literally either learn how to do it or outsource all that. And you know, if I was really handy, I was able to build things and I had the time, I think it and it was in my wheelhouse, I would probably do it. But you know, I'm not going to be going over fixing people's sinks. I'm not going over to be like, you know, building decks and plumbing issues, electrical issues. I'm not like, I can do a lot of things, but I'm not one of those kind of people. Looking for CRWD to get a 70. Looks like it's got its work cut out for it, man. To get above 70. Take care, Daniel. Have a good trading day if you're trading today. Knowing contractors helps. Can be dirty work doing it yourself. Yeah. All right, looks like S&Ps are dropping a little bit before open here. Let's see what happens. Got a minute left. $45 seconds till open, so we'll see what happens. It's gonna be interesting. FedEx, I'm also looking at down here. I'll see if it could get to 150 today. I do think it's going to close the gap between 155 and 160. Apple was downgraded. Let's see. Yeah, Google was upgraded. I got 6 units, rental properties. It's harder than it looks. Yeah, I mean, anything worthwhile, whether it's trading or business or a stream of income, it requires hard work if you want to make any money at it. Like, there's no such thing as get rich quick. All right, Dow's down 200, S&P's down 20, Nasdaq down 77. SPY. Let's see if SPY is gonna tap this 320. See what happens here at 320 on the SPY. Buyers coming in. Buyers are coming in. So it's best just to wait. I like square down here in like the 60s. This isn't that square down here. 61. I do like it down here. Let's see what happens. I do like to get long some square in the lower 60s. Just sold for 3,500. Gonna buy the 1,600. Congrats, Matt. Happy for you. Crushing those futures, man. Gold futures are kind of holding right now. Oil's up. VIX is up. Let's see here. Let's see what happened. Tesla. Tesla's only down 17 cents. Now it's green. Can't hold me down. Can't hold me down. Yeah, square's moving. So, anyways, guys, if you guys like the content, hit the like button, hit subscribe. I'm going to jump off here. We're going to get some trades going. We're going to get some videos going. We're going to get some content rolling. I definitely appreciate you guys hanging out with me this morning. As always, stay safe, stay green. It's us versus herd.